Whenever you're ready. Now?
You're Kobe today.
And back upstairs here at the RAC, the Rucker Athletic Center, Rucker University, Jacob Schwartz, and joined today by Ron Finch from Coast to Coast Radio, joining us here today for another edition of the Group NJSIAA State Finals here at the RAC. And today, two teams who will look to make history today. It's the Group 1 Finals featuring the Woodbury Thundering Herd with their one simple slogan, "We're in it to win it," as the 26-5 Thundering Herd will take on the 24-5 Verona High School. North 1 meets South Group 1. And Ron, what a matchup we're going to have here today. Jazir Noel is among the superstars to keep an eye out for. He's part of that dynamic duo with Aaron Estrada, who you've got two players. You know how they say you always got to have that good Batman and Robin. They don't get more definition than that.
Well, I think Verona, they defeated University, who was a perennial state Group 1 power. So it's going to be interesting if there's a letdown factor, if they were so happy to beat University. But, I mean, you're playing for a championship, so I don't think so.
Well, Travis Jocelyn is the star player on the Verona High School team. He is one of the many seniors on this North Jersey basketball team. How excited are you to see Jocelyn play?
Oh, I can't wait to see this. I can't wait to see these two teams. This is a really good Group 1 matchup.
You're really winging it, I can honestly say. I thought maybe you have some good scouting type of record, but let's stand. It's time for the national anthem as we are set to go for the Group 1 NJSIAA Finals. Linden again defeated Shawnee High School in Group 4. What a wonderful rendition of the national anthem. Jacob Schwartz and Ron Finch of Coast to Coast Radio joining us here today in the 2017 NJSIAA Group Finals. And congratulations go out to Don Bosco Prep, knocking off St. Augustine in the non-public A Finals, and in the non-public B Finals, it was the Patrick School with a win last night over Hudson Catholic. Those teams are headed to the Tournament of Champions, and Linden is going to join them. Linden with their win over the Shawnee in Group 4 play. We turn our attention now to Group 1, and we bring in again our color commentator, Ronald Finch. And Ron, you've seen both of these teams. Again, Verona off a big win over University. Travis Jocelyn is the leading scorer with 15 points. What is the key, again, for these two teams, and what must they do to win their first? Both teams, again, are playing for the first state title in school history.
I think Verona, they have to run their sets and run their system. Sometimes there are different teams that have systems instead of great players, and they have to run their sets in order and stay on schedule in order to beat a great Woodbury team that has individual talent.
Yes, absolutely. And coming into tonight's game, Jazir Noel leads with 15, one of three players in double figures. Aaron Estrada is as Robin as Jazir is to Batman. And we're going to look at the starting lineup for tonight, presented by ShopRite. Again, ShopRite is the official program sponsor of the New Jersey State Interscholastic Athletic Association. Jack Farrell and Travis Jocelyn and Matt Zaccone and Zach Zaccone, who are twins, and Joe Zecchino, I believe is how you pronounce it. The Hillbillies is the name of Verona, coming in at 24-5, the North 1 champions, and led by Eric McElroy in his 14th season. Daquan Brinkley, 12 points. Justin McLaurin is filling in today for, I believe, Kyle Bailey, who's out of town, and he's actually at the senior class trip, and Jazir Noel and Dean Triplett. Noel coming in with 15, Estrada again with 14. Justin Barringer, I believe, over 5 years as the team's head coach, 26-5, and the defending South Jersey Group 1 champions, trying to make school history. And, you know, this we were actually at the sectional finals against Paulsboro. And usually on a night like this, we're used to seeing Paulsboro competing here at the Rucker Athletic Center, but Woodbury has certainly made some great time of history. Tapped out of bounds, and it'll be Verona basketball.
I think the key for Woodbury is to get their 2 stars going. Run them off screens and get Noel going and get Estrada going. I think that's the key.
Well, absolutely well said, Rod. As they'll start the ball with Jack Farrell, a rising senior, and again, and you've got at least 12 seniors on Coach McElroy's staff. So again, for a team like the Verona, this is really a last shot at redemption. Verona winning against University. Woodbury knocking off Burlington City. Here come the Thundering Herd. A big turnover here.
He had trouble against that 1-3-1 zone trap that Woodbury threw at him.
Woodbury, again, does like to play that 1-3-1 trap, and that will continue again, as mentioned here today. Estrada, again, as mentioned, bringing the ball up. You see him a lot during AAU season. Plays for Philadelphia Pride basketball. There's Estrada with it. Again, guarded well by Farrell. Estrada. Want to thank again Tavon Jones for joining us moments ago on the It's All About Sports Network, which you can get on it'sallaboutsports.com for free. A live stream of today's activities. Again, both teams, Rod, starting off with a turnover.
Yeah, both teams, you can tell they're really good defensive teams. And that's the key to winning championships, as you saw Linden, what they did to Shawnee.
Well, they did it in the second half. They, Colicchio mentioning in the press room that this team really just had to readjust, and that's exactly what they did in the second half. And then Shawnee going on that 9 minute and 30 second scoring drought, and right there, you've got 3 straight turnovers, no baskets here in the first minute and 9 seconds. What's going on with these two teams?
Nerves, because this is for the whole ball of wax. This is for the championship. So both teams are kind of nervous right now.
We know that Verona has been here before, but they've never won. However, Woodbury has never stepped foot inside this gym because they've never gotten this far. Here's Noah with a tough shot, no good, the step back, and he loves to do his step back. He loves to pull up with a minute and a half again gone by. Still scoreless again here in the first quarter of play. Verona and Woodbury, and finally our first basket of the game. I believe that was Matthew Zaccone, one of the twins one half of the Zaccone twins, as Estrada keeps it alive. That floater is no good. The struggles again continue. There's Estrada. Left hand, and again back-to-back misses. Noel inside. Noel in trouble. Could have been standing in the lane for 3 seconds from the corner of that 3. That's no good. And another rebound, but this time it's going the other way, and they're going to call this personal on Dean Triplett.
I think for Woodbury, they have to stay close because they're really struggling offensively, and you don't want this to get away from you where it goes like an 11-0 run where they don't score yet. So both the stars are going to have to get shot. They're getting good looks. Yeah. They're just missing.
Well, they're not only are they getting good looks here tonight, but Rod, this team, again, as mentioned, has to get going with their shots. And again, Verona, another bad miss again. And now you've got back-to-back turnovers on both sides of the ball. Now Woodbury will have it here after, again, Triplett was called for a loose ball foul. I think Woodbury's just got to settle down here, and Estrada will bring the basketball up.
Now they're going to need a third option, too, to go if their stars are struggling.
In the win over Paulsboro, that's exactly what the Thundering Herd had when Daquan Brinkley went off for almost close to 20 points. In fact, 3 of their players, Brinkley, Estrada, and Noel, had 20 or more points in that game over Paulsboro, as it was a down-to-the-wire type game. Bank shot no good, attempted by Zaccone. It's going to be a jump, and I think it's going to be the Thundering Herd possession. As the Thundering Herd, 2.5 minutes. Rod, they have not scored a basket. They've got to get something going here.
I just think they need to score, get on the scoreboard. I think they'll settle them down.
If they can make a basket. if they can get the right shot. They've got to get the right shot here. McLaurin into the hands of Noel. Pull-up jumper is no good again, and the struggles continue now. 0 for 5, I believe, to start the first quarter of play, if not worse.
I really think Noel should go all the way to the basket and try to draw a foul because he's selling for the jump shot. He's not on right now. He's got to get to the line to get an easy basket.
Noel's a 5 to 10 foot guy who can shoot about 5 to 10 feet of jumpers. You're absolutely right about that, and I'm very intrigued why Noel, again, is doing a step back, which he usually likes to do. And again, back-to-back turnovers by both teams. As again, we see Camden arriving. They're up next in the Group 2 state finals. Now, following this game, we'll take a short dinner break. As again, both teams still looking for that second field goal, that basket for Travis Jocelyn, averaging 15 a game. Here comes University, or should say Verona. They knocked off University. We don't want to say University is the team that's in it. Unfortunately, I think University will be very disappointed if we tell them that they're in it. They're going to probably say, oh, where? I thought we were eliminated. Apparently we're getting another shot at redemption. Actually, University won this thing, I believe, last year as Noel. And this is what you were talking about, Ron. If Noel can get into the lane.
That was big. That could get him going and get Woodbury going.
He's done that before, and when he does get going, he's probably one of the toughest players. I countered Noel at an AAU tournament about 2 years ago. And I asked myself, who is this guy? He was playing for the Philly Freedom All-Stars, which is a team based in the South Jersey area. This is what we're talking about here, Ron, is Dean Triplett. And now, after almost an 0-7 shooting, almost 0 for 7, 4 in a row, points in a row now. Are the Thundering Herd ready? Are they ready to herd here?
Well, it depends on how effective this 1-3-1 zone trap is, where he can maybe get some steals and easy baskets.
We gave Terry Collins, by the way, the game off because he's ready to hopefully watch his high school team make history as the tip-in is good by Zaccone. So Zaccone with a big-time tip-in, and once again, here's this Verona team that again they don't even look big. Even from where we're sitting, they don't even look little. We know that Jazir Noel can beat you at both ends of the ball, but right now Verona with its stifling defense. But there's Triplett with a backdoor cut, and Triplett, he's got 4. 4 for Triplett, and we're tied at 6.
I think that helps that they've gotten layups. Now they've gotten back into the game now, scoring-wise. And they didn't let Verona take off. So they struggled, but Verona didn't get a bigger lead, so now they're in the game right now.
0 for 7, and now 3 of 4 for Woodbury since that streak. And again, out of bounds, and it's, oh, wait a minute, hey, we have a jump ball. It'll be Verona possession. Now, looked like one ref said it was out of bounds, the other one's going to say it's a jump.
You know, the problem here with Woodbury is there's gaps in this zone where they've given up a backdoor and they've given up a couple offensive rebounds. They're going to have to tighten up on that.
Indeed they must. Good deflection again. I think Noel got a hand on that one. Now the Thundering Herd trying to get their first lead of the game. Noel spinning, back out again. Here's Triplett for the lead. No. Rebound again. And again, the Thundering Herd, their struggles from the line, I guess you could say from the field, continue here. They have shot just about 20%, maybe 21% to be exact. And now, here comes Verona with an opportunity here. From the corner, 3. Well off the mark, but there's that backdoor cut, another missed layup again, and again, Verona continuing to beat Woodbury down low.
Woodbury's initial defense is good, but they're not rebounding in this zone. They're going to have
true.
They don't block out, they're just staring.
That is absolutely true, as Noel's struggles continue for him. Just one layup, he's 1 for 5 here in the first quarter of play, as Woodbury again continuing to get beat down low. And again, I was amazed, even with the long 25-foot jump shot by Jocelyn, Verona still gets these other options, and they continue to go down low. Jocelyn 3, yes. You know, when he gets going, Jocelyn can be tough to stop. We've never really seen Jocelyn up close, but I can tell you after what we've seen, I got a good feeling Jocelyn could really come on for this North Jersey team.
He's got a gorgeous stroke.
You could just figure that out just by seeing that, by the way. I know that I could, as we are at 1 minute remaining here in the first of Game 2 of the Group Finals. This is Group 1 Finals. Jacob Schwartz and Ron Finch from Coast to Coast Radio. Here is Noel. Again, Noel struggles continue. 1 for 8 for Noel with just 2 points. What's going on with Jazir Noel, Ron?
He's going to have to be more aggressive. His jumper is gone today. And then I think if he gets to the basket, maybe that'll open up things outside.
And you think points off of layups could probably work at his
and foul shots.
Well, that's exactly what he's going to have to do here. But first, Woodbury's going to have to play some good type of defense here against Verona. And there's that stealing and no. Spin move shot good once again. And now Verona has a cone with 6. But again, every time it seems like Woodbury gets these fast break opportunities, they somehow, Woodbury, or I should say Verona, somehow gets these backdoor cuts. Final 4 seconds. Here's Noel. You know he's going to be taking the shot. No, floater is good at the buzzer. Fortunate for Mark Magruder. We didn't even know he even came into the ballgame, but he came in at a much-needed time. Unfortunately, Verona's up by 13-8 thanks to Travis Jocelyn with 7. NJSIAA State Group Finals here at the Rucker Athletic Center. I like it. Yeah.
We got Gabby.
Oh, look, we've got fees.
Ew, really?
Oh, it's our Verizon bill.
Look at them. Line access fee, administrative fees. There are even taxes on top of them.
Decent people shouldn't have to live like this.
Did I get it?
T-Mobile ends surprise fees and taxes. That's right. With T-Mobile One, taxes and fees are now included. 4 lines, $40 each. All unlimited, all in. Learn more at a T-Mobile store.
Hi, my name is Megan Hunter. I'm the owner and director at Groove Dance Fitness Training. We specialize in dance cardio and different genres of music. We also specialize in nutrition, meal plans, and meal prep service. So if you're ready to get fit, come rock with us.
It's Ram Truck Month at Spirit Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Spirit has over 400 vehicles to choose from and 70 trucks on the ground ready to roll today. Drive home a new 2017 Ram 1500 Quad Cab for as low as $149 per month. Spirit Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram will get you driving today. Rates start at 0% with terms up to 84 months. For over 25 years, the Delaware Valley's smartest shoppers have been saving thousands on their new vehicle with the Spirit Saver price. Spirit Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram is right off I-95 at the base of the Commodore Barry Bridge. You're only minutes away. Online 24/7 at SpiritChryslerDodgeJeep.com. Spirit, we're selling excitement. Spirit.
Back here again at the It's All About Sports Broadcast Network's coverage of the NJSIAA Group State Finals here at the RAC, the Rucker Athletic Center. Rutgers University, Jacob Schwartz and Rod Finch from Coast to Coast Radio filling in for Terry Collins. We gave Terry the game off so that he could support his Woodbury High School Thundering Herd, who, like Verona, could be on the verge of winning their first ever state championship. Good job, by the way, by the lovely, I got to be honest, I've never seen this lovely woman before in my life, but she just did a heck of a job again after a wet spot. Maybe she just works at the school. I don't even think she's the athletic director. We know that Grant Shivers is, because we see Grant with a microphone all the time. We saw him with a microphone at the South Jersey sectional finals. As again, that was a perfect opportunity, Ron, to try to get this down to one possession game. Wasted opportunities could really come back and hurt this Woodbury team.
Especially against a team like Verona. And I think they might have to get out of a zone. Unless they start rebounding.
That 1-3-1 has continued to somewhat hurt this team. And here is, I believe, Zacchino. Zacchino lobbing it again, the double up, the 1-3-1 again. Defense is on Zacchino. Jocelyn open in the corner. Do they go to him? No. They'll ISO in. No. Rebound again. Verona looking to get something here. It's a fight for the ball. And Verona looking for a whistle. They're not going to get one. That's good defensive pressure by the Thundering Herd. Not once, not twice, but 3 times. And Noel now 1 for 9 from the field here in the first half. Jocelyn hit from behind.
You know what? This is a problem. Noel's got to go to the basket. The coach has got to pull to the side. He's 1 for 9. And also, I think Jeff Barringer has got to get out of the 1-3-1 zone because Verona got an offensive rebound. They didn't score the last possession, but they got 2 offensive rebounds. And you got to come up with another defense or have your best player on the back end that's a good rebounder. They have their guard on the back end, and he's getting brutalized on the backboards.
And Jocelyn has made this team pay once again. He's got 8 points here. He's got as many points as Woodbury does, again, as mentioned, as a team. As the Verona Hillbillies, well, they're not playing like hillbillies. They're playing like grown men, in my opinion.
Well, they're out hustling. They're grinding this game out. And that's what you want to do when you're trying to play for a championship.
All right, here's Jocelyn back to the line, and he hits both. Jocelyn again comes into this averaging 9 a game. Verona knocked off University, the defending Group 1 state champions from a season ago. We've already had one back-to-back champion. That would be the Linden Tigers with a win over Shawnee. Coming up next after the break, we'll have a rematch of last year's Group 2 finals, the Camden Panthers. Is this the year that John Valor finally gets over the hump and wins his first state title and the first in 16 years for the Panthers? And again, could have been an offensive foul. And it should have absolutely been as correct. Here come again the Hillbillies. Shot won't go. Rebound again. The floater, no. 3, 4 offensive rebounds, and finally it's going back to Woodbury. What's going on here defensively, Ron?
I think the coach is going, in their huddle and the timeout's going to have to talk about effort and how to go hard after the glass and boxing out. Boxing out.
Effort, by the way, on this Woodbury team. Verona has absolutely dominated this first half of play with rebounds.
Yep. Yeah, you got to watch it. You don't let this game get away from you. You're only down 7, so you're still in it.
Well, it doesn't feel like 7 because Woodbury, again, just has not been able to buy a bucket. And Jazir Noel, again, the star player, has continued to struggle. And both him and Estrada, just 2 points total. Top of the key, that shot good. A much-needed basket again by Brinkley. Now, I
think Brinkley's the X factor. I think you got to get him going.
That's exactly what I was, you know what? I was just thinking that myself because Brinkley in the win over Paulsboro had 20 points and was really the third leading option, as I recall. Noel, had about 25, and I think Estrada had close to about 20, but it was Brinkley who was the X factor, as it's going to be a loose ball foul called on Verona. Foul called, by the way, it's going to be the first personal on Andrew Siegelin. He is the talented junior. First on him, and Verona, after didn't even foul the entire that's their first foul, and they have played smart basketball on both ends here. Once again, almost getting a big steal. In a little bit of trouble again, Brinkley. That ball is stolen. One man to beat once again. It would have counted again. But how about the effort by Zacchino?
Great effort. He wanted that ball more than the Woodbury player, and that's why they were able to get that fast break.
Yeah, Zacchino again was really open on the wing, and he was able to at least attempt to deliver. He's going to the line here. 3 fouls here in the first half of Zacchino. Actually is how you pronounce it, not Zacchino. Zacchino with like a K, but he misses the first of 2 shots. Both teams again. So really this is anybody's game, Ron. Both teams have struggled on both ends, so anything is certainly possible. Both these teams want to win as much as anybody. As Zacchino with his first of 2. Woodbury is still in this hunt, as again, Aaron Estrada still has to get going here, and we haven't really seen much of him. In fact, Estrada has been held scoreless here in this first. Estrada, again, the struggles continue with 25% shooting from the field by this Thundering Herd.
You know, when your stars struggle, your whole team's going to struggle, basically.
Well, remember, it's Estrada who can really get the keys to the ignition going, and if he can't get going, I think that's going to feed off the Herd, who again have struggled here. Verona answers again with another 3. Zaccone with his first 3-pointer. And just like that, Verona 19-10. Again, Jocelyn leading all scorers with 9. Another bad pass, and this should be an easy layup, and Barringer is easily calling for a timeout, and now the rout could be on. The momentum is coming for the North Jersey Group 1 champions. Verona leading 21-10 over Woodbury High School with 4:17 left here in the first. Ready, Dots? Dots, are we on? 4:17 again remaining here at the RAC Rucker Athletic Center and Rucker University. Jacob Schwartz and Coast to Coast Radio's Ron Finch joining us here today as our color man for this second game of the Group New Jersey State Interscholastic Athletic Association Group Finals, as Linden knocked off Shawnee to win its second consecutive Group 4 championship. It's 6 in school history and 4 out of its last 5. And right now, teams we certainly want, it's all about sports, would love to see win, is struggling, and that would be Woodbury High School down by 11 over a tough North Jersey Group 1 champion Verona, as Noel almost getting away with a travel. Thundering Herd have got to attack here. They've got to find that right piece because Noel is unable to deliver. And there you go again with the struggles continuing. An offensive foul. This is going on, I believe, Brinkley.
Bottom line is Verona is playing better than Woodbury. They're executing defense better than Woodbury. They're out-rebounding Woodbury. And they're running their offense better than Woodbury's running.
Really, like you said, there's really nothing again to talk about, Ron, because this has been all Verona here in the first half. And I mean, here through at least a quarter and a half, it's a disappointment to see a team get just 10 points as a team here in the first. That will not win you a state championship. You do not deserve to be here. Of course, if I'm head coach Justin Barringer, I'm going to be yelling during the timeout, as the great Norman Dale said in the movie Hoosiers, while Hickory was up in Indiana for the state championship game. I remember Norman Dale had a great speech to his players during a timeout after South Bend team was dominating in the first half. I remember Norman going, maybe they were right about us. Maybe we don't belong here. And right now, it kind of seems like the Thundering Herd do not belong here. Just 10 points again as a team and just have not been able to take the right shots.
Well, they're only down 11, so they're one good spurt away from getting back in it. So that is.
Yeah. Estrada is back into the game. And again, I think the Thundering Herd have got to feed off a guy like him. Noel and, again, Estrada are back in. There's that 1-2 punch. Another bad pass. It's back-to-back turnovers. And an easy lay-in and the foul for Jack Farrell. Again, Ron, the struggles for the Thundering Herd continue. Right now, Verona defensively have just gone step for step with the Thundering Herd, and they have prevailed.
And they're jumping the passing lanes because they know Woodbury's not passing the ball really well. So Verona kind of has Woodbury diagnosed. So that, and if this continues, it's going to be a blowout.
Well, I like the way that Verona does come out and attack. They come out and pressure you from midcourt, and that has worked in favor as Farrell unfortunately misses. Now Farrell with his first field goal, again, one of 12 seniors for this Verona basketball team. Noel is going to have to take it in himself. It's going to be on the floor. But this is exactly, Rod, what you were talking about here. If Jazir Noel can start to drive the lane, it's going to work in the Thundering Herd's favor, as Justin Barringer is going to call a timeout. This is only the second team foul by Verona. Was this timeout really necessary?
Well, I don't know. I know the timeout was good for Woodbury to kind of figure out how to overcome this 13-point deficit. You're going to have to rebound. You're going to have to stop throwing dumb passes because it's not like Verona's tightening the screws.
I don't think they're dumb passes.
Well, that's a dumb pass. A cross pass is a dumb pass where you're allowing 3 straight turnovers for layups.
I think it's good. Yeah, but I also at the end of the day,
it's good defense by Verona too.
Yes, absolutely.
It's a combination of both. That's how I feel.
And Verona, again, as mentioned, has capitalized on those defensive, and they have turned them into, again, as mentioned, 6 consecutive points in the paint. As, again, Travis Jocelyn, the leading scorer of Verona, leads the way with 9 points. And really, for Woodbury, just 10 points as a team. Dean Triplets lead the way with 4, but somebody else has got to step up here besides Aaron Estrada and Jazir Noel. Estrada's floater. And just like Noel, Estrada's struggles continue. He has yet to score. The press, again, as mentioned, is on for Greg Mario, and Verona now is going to call its first timeout of the first half with 2:42 again remaining. Again, congratulations to our good pal Phil Colicchio and the Linden Tigers. Another state championship, 6 now for the Tigers for the Linden program in school history. 4 out of the last 5 years of Group 4 championship, and our players of the game, because there really was more than just one player of the game. As again, you got to admire the hard work, the effort of that second half performance. Khalif Crawford with 17 points and Michael Watkins with 14. Actually, Tavon Jones, who had almost no points in the first half, 15. Most of it came in the second half for a guy who very well could be offered by the end of the day by Steve Pikecole and the Rutgers men's basketball team, who, again, as mentioned, they are here throughout the day, and rightfully so. They're trying to recruit some good type of talent. And Linden Tigers, who lost in the finals of the TOC last year, could be in the mix again, possibly to compete against the Patrick School. Almost a great cradle again, no good. Now let's see what the Thundering Herd, again, as mentioned, can do. They've got to finish this second half, again, as mentioned, strong. That long 3 is no good again. Struggles again, continuing, and then found from behind as Triplet to the line. He goes. 2 shots coming up here with 2:16 again remaining here in the first half.
Maybe that gets Woodbury going. A missed layup by Verona, and now they get to the free throw line. If I'm Woodbury, I pressure. I go to a full court press to kind of open things up and try to attack more, maybe get some layups and put a little pressure on Verona.
Well, we'll certainly have to see about that, as right now, again, the third team foul as Triplet, and this is now 23-11. Again, Jazir Noel just 2 points. Aaron Estrada, no points, and he's averaging about 14 a game and is one of the top scorers in South Jersey along with Noel. Triplet to the line and hits both, and Triplet now 6 of 12. He's got half of their points right now, which is hard to believe. Again, you've got 6 points for Triplet, 12 as a team. Here comes Verona on the run, no good again. That was another big back-to-back missed layups, and now here come the Thundering Herd. That would have counted for Jay Sean Harvey, the 2019 player. Boy, do they miss Kyle Bailey again, as mentioned, not here in the starting lineup today, because that's another body that gives you 10 points a game.
That's big when you miss a guy that gives you 10 points a game, but yeah. I do like how Woodbury is starting to climb back in the game a little bit. This 203, last 203 is huge.
Yeah, but a missed foul shot by Harvey, and you need these foul shots when it counts, because if you can get this thing down to even 10 or under 10, you still have a shot to get back into this ball game. I know Woodbury is thrilled to be here. I know they're excited as Noel comes away with the offensive rebound, bumps and run. That shot won't go, but this time he delivers. That should have been an over the back on Noel. The referees are going to let this one go. This is what we were talking about, Rod. Noel, again, is starting to come to life here. Thundering Herd down by 9 with 1:51 left to go over Verona. We're going to take another pause here at the It's All About Sports Broadcast Network coverage of the NJSIAA Group 1 Finals. Again left to go here in the first half of play. Verona still with a 9-point lead, but Woodbury making a run here in the Group 1 Finals. Good backdoor cut inside. That one no good. 3 missed layups in a row for Verona, and Woodbury is now starting to make some noise here.
I'll tell you something. Verona's missed a couple big layups to keep Woodbury back in the game.
Well, we mentioned, Ron, that Woodbury, again, has to start making some runs here. And now it seems like that's exactly what they're about to do. Here's Estrada. He's going to ISO in and gets fouled and gets the and one. And Ron, you said it yourself. When Aaron Estrada gets going, it seems like this team can feed off of him.
It looks like Estrada is getting going. and Noel. I think they're starting to get back into the game, and now they're only down 7 after playing this bad. That's inspirational.
Hey, he's no Eric Estrada from Chips, but I'll tell you what, he can drive the lane just about any time, and Estrada is on the board with 3 points here, again averaging 14 points a game during the regular season, and a hand check foul, and they'll call it on Jay Sean Harvey, and that's going to be personal, I believe, as a team. It's going to be number 6. So again, Woodbury had that foul to give, and now Woodbury cannot afford to send Verona to the line. They've just started to make some noise. They're on a 6-0 run here in the second quarter of play. Like we saw in the first game, Shawnee went on that scoring drought that allowed Linden allowed them to wake. It's now 4 straight misses, but Jocelyn gets the rebound, and Jocelyn, again, we know this has been the go-to guy here in this first half.
Travis Jocelyn is dominating the backboards. I don't even think they boxed him out. He's just going in there, parading to the foul line.
He's having his way again here in the first with 9 points and almost 7 rebounds. Jocelyn goes to the line here, and again, the struggles continue from Woodbury as a team, and now they're starting to go on a scoring drought. They've missed 4 of their last 5 layups, and now foul shooting continuing to be a problem for Verona. These Woodbury fans, again, are now starting to creep up to their feet and now are starting to give this Thundering Herd team some life. Here's Jocelyn to the line again, and he delivers. He's got 10. He's the first player on both sides in double figures with a minute again remaining. Here's Estrada. Back to Noel. Noel's got a drive. He's got it and scores. And it's a 5-point game just like that. Tied with triplet. You said this yourself, Ron. If Jazir Noel gets to the basket, look out, folks. It could be a shootout.
Yeah, and now he's going to the basket, so you notice he's getting more points now. He has a beautiful side.
Another offensive rebound again, and this one will not go. Yet another offensive rebound and another basket again. I believe that was, who was that anyway? Number 14? Noel answers now with 4 in a row of his own, but again, Woodbury getting dominated on the glass by the Hillbillies, as I think they've been out-rebounded by close to 10, if not more.
Definitely, and they're going to have to rebound because right now they're back in the game. So if they rebound, they'll have a chance to win this game.
Hillbillies again with the ball, pressure again. Kept alive again and almost intercepted. Look at the way they move the ball around, and easy 2 again by Farrell. There was nothing you could do about that. The touch pass again was on. Final 7 seconds. Noah lost it on his own. And now the Hillbillies, can they get it off at the buzzer? Yes, they do. Zach Saccone finishes like Noel with 4 consecutive points in a row. And Verona, after a slow second quarter start, they're going into the locker room again with a 9-point lead. And now Saccone with 9. Travis Jocelyn lead the way with 10 points. Verona leads Woodbury 30-21. Both teams looking for their first ever NJSIAA Group Championship in school history. Jazir Noel leads the way with 8 on another edition of the It's All About Sports Broadcasting Network here at Rucker Athletic Center.
It's Ram Truck Month at Spirit Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Spirit has over 400 vehicles to choose from and 70 trucks on the ground ready to roll today. Drive home a new 2017 Ram 1500 Quad Cab for as low as $149 per month. Spirit Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram will get you driving today. Rates start at 0% with terms up to 84 months. For over 25 years, the Delaware Valley's smartest shoppers have been saving thousands on their new vehicle with the Spirit Saver price. Spirit Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram is right off I-95 at the base of the Commodore Barry Bridge. You're only minutes away. Online 24/7 at SpiritChryslerDodgeJeep.com. Spirit, we're selling excitement. Spirit.
Oh, look, we've got fees.
Ew, really?
Oh, it's our Verizon bill.
Look at them. Line access fee, administrative fees. There are even taxes on top of them.
Decent people shouldn't have to live like this.
Did I get it?
T-Mobile ends surprise fees and taxes. That's right. With T-Mobile One, taxes and fees are now included. 4 lines, $40 each. All unlimited, all in. Learn more at a T-Mobile store.
Hunter. I'm the owner and director at Groove Dance Fitness Training. We specialize in dance cardio and different genres of music. We also specialize in nutrition, meal plans, and meal prep service. So if you're ready to get fit, come rock with us.
Whenever you're ready. Jacob Schwartz and Ron Fitch of Coast to Coast Radio back here at the New Jersey State Interscholastic Athletic Association for Game 2 of the group finals. And congratulations to all of our winners so far this weekend. The non-public A champions, Don Bosco Prep Ironman, who I saw on Wednesday right here at the Rucker Athletic Center in a thriller against Bergen Catholic in what was not only a Bergen County, I guess you could say, matchup, but was for the sectional championship. And congratulations to the Patrick School. As they say, it's TOC or bust is really their theme as they knock off Javon Quitterly, Luke King, Luther Muhammad, and Hudson Catholic earlier today. Phil Colicchio, another state title, 6-time NJSIAA state champion as they knock off Shawnee after a slow start. Right now, Woodbury is trailing to Verona. Verona looking very sharp, led by Travis Jocelyn with 10, as again, Verona continues to take it inside of the lane.
I like how Woodbury's playing defense to start the second half, though.
Well, yes, that was one possession, but again, things just, you have to, as they say, you just have to do this little by little. It's one possession at a time, and it's always one stop at a time. And right now, the Thundering Herd and Estrada, could have been called for a whistle. Floater good for Jack Farrell. Again, Verona's shots continue to go in, and 6 for Farrell.
Their offense is a little more fluid.
It seems to be working out again in their favor. Here's Estrada. Brinkley in and out, no good. The rebound again, Noel can't get the loose ball rebound, and now Verona once again has built their lead. In fact, their largest lead, if I'm correct, was a 13-point lead. So now it's Verona trying to answer here. In the hands of Zecchino. Zecchino gets it back. Zecchino guarded well by Noel. Zecchino double clutch inside Jocelyn. Jocelyn has his way and scores again. And Jocelyn now with 12. And if all goes well, Jocelyn looks like he could be our It's All About Sports Broadcast Network's most valuable player, because this has been the Travis Jocelyn show here in Game 2.
It sure has. Rebounding, scoring, driving to the basket. Woodbury better score here because it's 13 right now. You don't want to get it out of hand.
The largest lead again of the night, and the struggles again. Now 1 for 10 for, or I should say, make that 3 for 11 now for Jazir Noel. Noel still leading, hard to believe he's still leading the way with 8 points and a whistle and foul. Again, coming up next, we will have, after our dinner break, I guess you could say, or type of session break, we'll return to the evening session for the final 2 games of the group finals, where we'll see Camden try to get over the hump and take on a tough West Side team who knocked them off a year ago, as Jocelyn now with 14 points. And Ron, things can only get worse right now, it seems like, for this Woodbury team, as North has dominated the South here in Game 2.
Yeah, but come on, you got to put up a better resistance than that now.
It does kind of seem like Woodbury is on it. Yeah, absolutely. Woodbury just doesn't seem like Woodbury is able to put up any type of a fight whatsoever. I agree with you 100%. Foul on Jocelyn. Now the foul watch is on. It's only the first foul. It took him till the third quarter just to commit a personal foul. Here is Estrada. Shimmy shake, kick out again. Noel for three, and it's no good again. And that is 3 for 13 here in this one for Jazir Noel again. Make that 4 actually. Well, 3 of 13 from the field. Again, he made his shots on again, I believe foul shots. But again, Noel called for the personal foul.
What colleges are looking at, Noel?
You know what? I haven't actually heard the exact college where he's cut his list down to, but I'll tell you what, this guy playing on the grandest stage of them all here at Rutgers, and with Steve Peichel and among coaches you figure who are here in attendance, and I don't think they're impressed, and I know I haven't been impressed, as Noel has really shut down. This is not the same Jazir Noel that we saw in the sectional finals. That's the basket good again. I believe Zucchino, even he's getting in on it, and now Verona has built their largest lead of the night. This crowd here in North Jersey, loving every minute of it. Verona, largest lead of the night is 17. It's 38-21 here at the Rucker Athletic Center. 5:02 left to go, and we'll have post-game interviews here at Rucker Athletic Center in Piscataway, New Jersey. Jacob Schwartz again with Ron Fitch of Coast to Coast Radio. It's been all Verona here in the Group 1 finals as they lead Woodbury 38-21. And Verona is doing a great job, not just on star player Jazir Noel, but have shut down completely star point guard Aaron Estrada as well.
Yes, and there's too many layups they've been giving up on defense. That's why they're down 17. And Verona's outplaying them.
Again, Triplett will go to the line. Dean Triplett, who really is has been the second option here today for the Thundering Herd, as he hits the first and could tie Noel with 8 points. Again, we'll head down to the press room in the final, I guess you could say, because keep in mind, we'll have at least for us, it'll be about a close to an hour-long break. Fans will have to, I think, leave and then re-enter. Again, it's about to be 3 o'clock soon. And that means that fans will have to wait until about an hour, and then they'll have to reopen the doors because we'll then start the evening session, which will be the Group 2 finals with Camden and Westside, the rematch of last year's NJSIAA Group finals. And then for the second time in 3 years, the Ewing Blue Devils are back in the Group 3 finals. They'll take on the defending Group 3 champions, Teaneck. Ron, your thoughts on those matchups tonight?
Well, Ewing has a very good team. Teaneck is small, but they got DeAndre Washington, who's a superstar.
Brought him home.
And Jerome Smart is a very underrated good coach, where they have a couple of Bergen County Jamboree championships, and he has one state championship. He's trying to get back-to-back state championships.
Yes, it would definitely be nice to see that, but the big story could be the Camden team, proud and legendary South Jersey program, who a lot of people think that big game situations is when it counts. And speaking of big game situations, Jazir Noel, that was a big-time basket. What happened? Where did he come? I feel like we missed him the entire first half, and now he's starting to, well, at least he's trying to pick up his pieces. But when he gets, like they said, when he gets in the lane, he can be the toughest player to stop on the court.
Woodbury needs about 10 minutes of really good basketball.
Yes, they do. Even the foul shooting struggles continue for Noel. Again, Noel now with 10 points. But again, he just has not been able to hit the iron as Jocelyn gets the and one, falls to his feet, picked up by his teammates, and Jocelyn has had his way with 16 points. Jocelyn coming into today's game, averaging 15 a game. The crowd again at Verona, even the student section, as he does it right in front of his student section, and they are loving every minute of this one here at the Rack.
I'm going to be real honest with you, Jay. It seems like Verona wants it more.
Absolutely. I don't think there's any question as, again, Jocelyn with a game high of 17 points for the New Jersey State North 1 champions. Strada somehow able to keep his feet in bounds. He missed a layup. The ball tipped to him, and that's only the, I guess you could say, just the second field goal by Estrada. He's got himself 5. Woodbury, if they're going to go, the time has to be now. Estrada into the lane. We're down to 12. Woodbury might have a little something going here as Estrada has himself 7 points. He's got 4 in a row. Ball obviously has to come out of the hands of Jocelyn. The pressure again, as mentioned, is on. It's Farrell. And again, immediately, Coach Eric McElroy calming his team down. From the corner, that three, no good. And there's the rebound again by who else? Aaron Estrada. Here's Noel into the lane. He's got the foul. And folks, with 3:19 to go, Woodbury's got something going here in the third quarter.
That was big. That was real big.
It's been big, again, as mentioned, after being down almost 17. Woodbury, I believe, is now, after down 17, it's a 6-0 run as Noel, and it's been highlighted again as mentioned. And now here comes the Batman and Robin duo. This time Noel delivers with 13 points. This is what we were talking about again as mentioned here, Ron. The dynamic duo of Noel and Estrada, and now here in the third quarter, and the fans now starting to get back up on their feet. The Thundering Herd have the momentum completely their way, a 7-0 run.
Yeah, the fans could will them back into the game, especially with this pressure defense they're trying to apply.
The ball's got to come out of the hands of Travis Jocelyn again with a game-high 17 points. The pressure again, as mentioned, is on Greg Marlowe. Marlowe in trouble again, bounces it back. It goes to Zacone. Zacone guarded again by Kistner. Jocelyn. Marlowe, three, no good. And the rebound, and another big offensive rebound again. And again, as Verona continuing to out-hustle, another offensive rebound, back-to-back offensive rebounds. And again, here come the Verona high school team. As Verona, again, not once, not twice, but 3 times with offensive rebounds. So 2:32 again remaining. Marlowe in trouble. He's got to try to look for Farley, and he's unable to get it to him. Estrada trying to reverse his feet. The floater is good, and it's down to a 7-point game thanks to Estrada.
Quietly, Estrada is really starting to play good. He hit a lot of big baskets this half.
Yes, absolutely, and Estrada is the reason why we've got ourselves a 9-0 run by the Thundering Herd. A foul is going to be called. It's an offensive foul. Where was Woodbury again in the first half? Well, they've come to life again here in the third quarter. In fact, it took them 2.5 quarters just to finally pick up the pieces as Eric McElroy has seen enough. Woodbury on the run as they trail Verona 41-34.
Wow. Reminder to our spectators, no spectators are allowed on the floor at the conclusion of today's game. Also, the gym will be cleared at the conclusion of this game to get the Athletic Center ready for tonight's doubleheader. So again, the gym will be cleared immediately following the trophy presentations for this game to get the Athletic Center ready for tonight's doubleheader.
See what happened when they came out of that damn zone? Didn't I tell you they didn't need to be in no zone?
Here we go. Ready?
The run as they trail 41-34 at the Rucker Athletic Center, and here come the almost 17 as they trail now by 9. Actually, I think it's an 8-0 run. I could be wrong. Here's Noel muscling his way in. Noel, he'll shoot 2. Again, the struggles for Noel continue from the field, but he gets a break with a foul. He's got 2 of the biggest foul shots of his life. And this Thundering Herd crowd, again, has backed up this Woodbury team.
Yeah, that was a good move, though. That was a real good move to draw that foul.
It works out in his favor as Noel, again, comes into this game averaging 15 a game, close to 16 a game. 2 shots up for him. He goes 1 for 2. And now a whistle and foul. I think this is going to be on Woodbury here. It looks like it's going to be on number 23, Marcus Magruder. Team foul number 4 and his second personal. So again, Woodbury in no particular hurry. The ball stolen to Magruder. Noel into the lane. No, Noel gets the tip in, and he's got 16. 16, Jazir Noel. Down to 4, it's intercepted yet again. Another whistle and foul.
And it's the 1-and-1. It's the 1-and-1, so he's got to make the free throws and cut it to 2.
I overheard, by the way, somebody up here in the press box mentioning that it has changed a lot since since Woodbury got out of the 1-3-1. What has Woodbury done? What do you think Woodbury has done here since they got out of that 1-3-1 zone?
Not only is it a press, but it's effort. They're going after it and competing harder. That's the biggest part of this game.
Well, they've got back-to-back steals here, and now Mark Magruder, the junior, will go to the line here to try to make this a one-possession game. He misses, though, and yet the Thundering Herd try to get that effort, but yet they cannot. And it goes back into their captain, Jocelyn. Basket good, I believe. And that ends the 8-0, or I should say the 10-0 run. A 10-0 run that was put on as Rob Sorhado, I believe is how you pronounce that name. From the corner, that shot will fall short. And now let's see if Verona can regroup again here. Out of bounds, it stays Verona basketball. Woodbury, again, as mentioned, went on a 10-0 run here in the third quarter, and Verona ending that run thanks to Jocelyn's effort again as they go back on the back to Sorhado. It's to Farrell. Under a minute remaining. We still got a fourth quarter again left to go, but Rod, this has just become a state championship game. We thought this one was going to be around. We thought Verona had Woodbury right where they wanted them. Guess again, Woodbury has come from behind. And here comes the steal. Another bad decision again. Intercepted, though. Another crucial turnover again. And Sorhado will shoot 2 here. Just when it looked like Woodbury was going to be on the run here, they have to throw that one away.
It's the little costly mistakes that's keeping Woodbury from coming completely all the way back by missing free throws, throwing bad passes when you get a turnover. It's the little things that's keeping them from getting over the hump.
Well, that was a good example, again, as mentioned, as Sorhado goes to the line here. His first shot is good. And again, after a 10-0 run, it now seems like 3 straight for the Verona High School Hillbillies. And substitutions, Jocelyn will take a breather, and he certainly deserves it. He has gutted, battled, sweat, and tears here in this one as 1 for 2. And finally, the Thundering Herd are able to get an offensive or defensive rebound. Here comes Noel into the lane, muscling in. He would have counted. That could have brought the house down for the Woodbury Thundering Herd, but a much-needed foul. As again, remember, Verona is in the penalty, so the Thundering Herd are going to be shooting the rest of the way. Foul shot or no foul shot.
You know the beauty of state tournament final action is one or done, is life or death. That's what makes this so beautiful, the competition and how both teams just sell out to try to win it.
Noel goes 1 for 2, hits his first, as Noel now with 17 points after, again, a slow start. This guy went at one time 1 for 9 to open up the game, and here's Noel back to the line again, and again the struggles for him continue. He still does have 17. Thundering Herd almost getting away with a travel on that as they go back on the ground to Farrell, guarded again by Noel. Final 15 seconds to go. If Woodbury could get a stop here, they could try to get the momentum. I believe Verona, though, is going to start the fourth quarter with the basketball, so we'll have to find out. It might be Woodbury basketball. That tough shot is no good. Offensive or defensive rebound again, and that will do it. And not a bad way to end the third quarter for the Woodbury Thundering Herd. Verona could be 1 quarter away from their first ever state NJSIAA Group 1 championship. They're on the possibility. Both these teams could be on the verge of winning a state title. Back with the fourth quarter after this from the Rucker Athletic Center here at Rutgers University. I'm Jacob Schwartz, along with Ron Finch.
Hi, my name is Megan Hunter. I'm the owner and director at Groove Dance Fitness Training. We specialize in dance cardio and different genres of music. We also specialize in nutrition, meal plans, and meal prep service. So if you're ready to get fit, come rock with us.
It's Ram Truck Month at Spirit Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Spirit has over 400 vehicles to choose from and 70 trucks on the ground ready to roll today. Drive home a new 2017 Ram 1500 Quad Cab for as low as $149 per month. Spirit Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram will get you driving today. Rates start at 0% with terms up to 84 months. For over 25 years, the Delaware Valley's smartest shoppers have been saving thousands on their new vehicle with the Spirit Saver price. Spirit Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram is right off I-95 at the base of the Commodore Barry Bridge. You're only minutes away. Online 24/7 at SpiritChryslerDodgeJeep.com. Spirit, we're selling excitement. Spirit.
Oh, look, we've got fees.
Ew, really?
Oh, it's our Verizon bill.
Look at them. Line access fee, administrative fees. There are even taxes on top of them.
Decent people shouldn't have to live like this.
Did I get it?
T-Mobile ends surprise fees and taxes. That's right. With T-Mobile One, taxes and fees are now included. 4 lines, $40 each. All unlimited, all in. Learn more at a T-Mobile store.
All right, we're back. All right. 8 minutes again left to go here in the final quarter of game number 2 of the NJSIAA State Group Finals. I'm Jacob Schwartz, and we're joined by Ron Fitch of Coast to Coast Radio. Terry Collins has been given, again, as mentioned, game 2 off because he's supporting, again, as mentioned, his alma mater, the Woodbury Thundering Herd, who could very well be 7 points and 8 minutes away from their first ever NJSIAA Group Championship. They won the South Jersey Championship over Paulsboro a week ago. They knocked off a very tough Burlington City High School as they're in the finals for the first time in school history. Noel, yes, it's a 4-point game. As you said, Jazir Noel has started to catch fire, 19 for him. What a big impact, again, as mentioned, Ron, that Jazir Noel has become. Jocelyn, though, inside. Whistle silent again. And then the Verona team, or I should say the shot misfired again. That's rebound again by Zacchino on the other end. Brinkley's shot won't go. Fight for the ball. Out of bounds. It will be Verona basketball.
That was an awful shot that he took. You got to give the ball to your star player.
Again, Zacchino was unable to deliver. So the press, again, as mentioned, is going to be on here. Full court trap again, as mentioned, is on. Almost intercepted by Brinkley. As again, Travis Jocelyn is back in the ballgame, the captain and commander-in-chief with a game-high 17 points. Verona trying to go backdoor once again. Shot won't go. Another offensive rebound as they have dominated this offensive glass. Out of bounds, another mental mistake again. I don't think the refs are going to be getting together on this one, but I actually think the referees, Ron, I think the referees got this one correct.
Yeah, that's a good call. That's a good call.
I hate to argue with the fans behind us, but I think they got this, the referees, for once, actually got this one correct. And here come the Thundering Herd with a golden opportunity here. Noel. Back to Triplett. Brinkley. Noel. The bump, the run, the floater. No. And the struggles again for Noel continue. And a foul from behind as well. And Woodbury now could be one foul away from sending Verona to the line, as both teams could be on the verge of being in the penalty here, as the next foul will be 1-1 both ways again. And again, Woodbury has certainly done a great job coming back 17 down. The last thing you'd want to see them do is give up at the last minute. Another big steal again, and I'll give this credit again to the Thundering Herd, as they have done it on the defensive end.
That's athleticism shown by Noel.
Absolutely. Noel, shot won't go again. Estrada with a rebound. But I'm not talking about the athleticism by Noel. I guess you could say I'm talking about the defense that Woodbury has played here in this second half. Yeah, but they're making little bad mistakes to keep them from getting even closer, to cutting it to two. There's constantly a turnover when they're right on the brink of time to score up. Here is Farrell with the basketball. Guarded well by Estrada, and Farrell has his way and scores an easy two. Farrell now with 8. And the lead is back to two possession. It's a 6-point game here. Here's Noel trying to score at will. A shot won't go. Again, Noel has struggled all day long here today. He may have 19 points, but he has struggled again, as mentioned, down the stretch. I believe he is about 7 of 23 with just 19 points tonight. And now with that last foul, it's going to be on Daquan Brinkley, and that's going to be his third. And now the Thundering Herd, as both teams are over the limit, which means that both teams will shoot for the rest of the night. But you know what, Jay? Every game me and you've done together, the teams have had leads, and all of a sudden they've disintegrated and gone down to the wire. Every game we've done, they've gone down to the wire. Well, remember, we did the Camden St. Anthony game, which probably was the best game I think you and I have ever done in our lives. Yeah, then Paulsboro and Paul, the 6? Paul 6? I think it was Paul the 6, yeah, that's right. Well, all the games it seemed like we did is two big shots again by Zecchino. Zecchino now with 5. As they say, it ain't over till it's over, and it's not over just yet. But Woodbury, again, has got to start making foul shots, and they've got to start making baskets when it counts. Estrada has been the golden goose, as they say, here in the third quarter, as Noel is going to have a pick-me-up here in this second half. Estrada, his shot is no good, and that was, I didn't understand why Estrada needed to take that jump shot. Again, Verona in no hurry. Jocelyn inside. He's got the foul. Big swing around in the last 2 minutes, as now it is the wheels that are coming off for Woodbury. I think a big key was around 8 minutes left. They could have cut to 2, and they kept taking bad shots, Woodbury. And Verona settled down. They were a little round now. Verona seemed to settle down, and with 5:22 left, Verona is in control. Yeah, after a 10-0 run by Woodbury, and now I believe a 6-2 or even an 8-2 run by Verona, as Jocelyn now a game high of 20 points for him, who averages 15 a game for this Verona team. And here come the Thundering Herd. Once again, they trail by 11. This thing was down to 4, and it's, I believe, a 7-0 run now being put on by Verona. Noel, and he'll shoot 2 here. So foul will be called. Will be called on Hindu, excuse me. Noel. He's able to hit the first of 2 foul shots. 5:05 again left to go, and if Woodbury's going to have to try to win this state championship for the first time in school history, now's the time, as they say. Again, Noel with 21 points, which is hard to believe considering this guy could not buy a bucket in the first. And again, these off-balance jump shots have not worked for the Thundering Herd, so they're going to have to readjust here. It's again the skip pass finds Jocelyn. He's trapped, and he's stripped. What a move by Noel. Noel still able to keep, I don't know how the ball control that he has. Estrada bumped, whistles again silent, and Jocelyn's there for the whistle, or should say for the rebound. But there is no rebounding, like you said. Yeah, that was a tough shot. They needed that basket. That could really hurt. Yeah. Easy lay-in again. Bingo, bango, bongo for Zaccone. And he's got himself 11. He becomes just the second Verona hillbilly in double figures with 11. And a whistle, it's going to be on Sorhendu. That was not the foul again, I think, that Verona could afford. His third personal again in team number 10. We're approaching the halfway point here in regulation. Verona could be on the verge of capturing the school's first ever state championship. Woodbury also looking for its first state championship in school history as Noel back to the line. Noel with 22 points. Noel. Yes, and he's got both. It's 23 for him. Noel, a 6'5", 230, at least 225-pound guard/forward who has played with the Philly Freedom Stars and played on the UAA circuit for ESPN's Tim Legler. And the South Jersey Jazz, yes, that is true. Noel had some limited time again coming in, but I'll tell you what, when he played, but when this guy played with the Philly Freedom Stars, was probably the most impressive player I got a chance to see play, as we have a whistle and foul. And as Zaccone will go to the line, 1-on-1 situation for him, as again, big hit again for Zaccone. Again, the Verona team has shot 47% here in the second half of play. It's been.
Why are you taking Noel out? I know he has 4 fouls. It's 407. You're down 10. You have no. The game is right now. You got to take a chance to put him in the game.
Agreed, absolutely. And Zaccone now with 13. So it's definitely an interesting choice, as Noel's going to come right back into the ball game with 4 minutes again remaining. This is a big-time possession where you really need your star big man down this. Here in this possession. Good backdoor cut inside. Easy two for Triplett. He's got himself 10. He's the second player in double figures for the Woodbury Thundering Herd. But now the trap again, as mentioned, is on here as the Hillbillies are able to get up court. Good fake inside. Back out again looking for Jocelyn. No. Here's Zacchino back to Jocelyn. And again, Verona just looking to erase the clock, and is saying it was touched first by a member of the Thundering Herd. As a lob it again. Dangerous passing again by the Thundering Herd, and now Jack Farrell can finally slow this down with 3 minutes again, or at least 3:07 remaining here in regulation. The Thundering Herd have got to get a stop here. And again, Thundering Herd are in no hurry. They've got to again, the Thundering Herd, why are they not fouling? They do anyway, and it pays off for Jocelyn. He's got the and one, and Verona's lead is back to 11.
This is Jocelyn's game. This is his game. He's the MVP. You might as well start getting ready and getting your questions ready for Jocelyn.
It's post-game. Again, we'll have, and we will get Travis Jocelyn on the post-game show downstairs in the media center at the Rucker Athletic Center. We'll talk to him and members of the Verona High School team, the not only North 1 group champions, but now they are the Group 1 overall champions, as they are less than 3 minutes away from doing so. 22 points for Jocelyn. He can't get the three-point play. Noel's shot won't go. Out of bounds, and it will belong to Verona. Farrell, trap again is on. Jocelyn's open. He's got it. And Jocelyn again, and the way that, again, Verona is able to break that full-court press by the Thundering Herd is just beautiful. The style, again, is just remarkable. Inside, that two no good, I believe, attempted by Triplett. 2:26 left to go. It's going to be Woodbury basketball, and Verona fans can't believe it. We have a timeout with 2:25 again left to go. We're going to stay right here with 2:25 again left to play. And Ron, your thoughts so far? This has been all Verona again, as mentioned, not just on the offensive front, but on the defensive front, as they have done it well. And it just the way they move the ball, they have just broken down the trap of Woodbury and have been able to cut to the basket easily.
You know, the bottom line is they play smarter. And I thought Farrell was the most underrated player on the team.
I absolutely agree with that. Besides the effort by Jocelyn, Jack Farrell shows that he can play like any good point guard here in the state of New Jersey. And you've got a lot of those. Again, you've got Rutgers Prep's Jake Needleman, who shows his IQ. You had a guy, I believe, by the name of, I think it was Jimmy Panzini, if you remember him from Point Pleasant Beach, also a guy that has an unbelievable basketball IQ. But this is the thing you love about white New Jersey point guards who have great type of IQs, and Farrell certainly has that, and I think he could play somewhere, even if it's Division III basketball or possibly even JUCO, maybe even try to transfer. But I think this guy has a lot of potential. And Travis Jocelyn, we don't know where he's committed to. We'll find out again as we will head to the press room again. And hats off to Woodbury, who have still battled their way back, and congratulations to them on an incredible season. Estrada now with 11. Estrada will be back next year. He's only a sophomore, but Noah, we got to say goodbye to him as, again, backdoor cuts continuing to hurt Woodbury as Verona has, just like you said, Ron, Verona has just beaten Woodbury at their game here today.
Yeah, I think if they win the game, when the tournament champions start, I think they're going to be matched up with Don Bosco. They're going to be a 6. I think Bosco's going to be a 3 seed.
Well, we're looking forward to that. Again, the TOC comes up later on this week. We'll let you know again, as mentioned, NJSIAA.com will have all the tournament brackets for that, and we'll have all the information on the It's All About Sports website at it'sallaboutsports.com. Still 2 more games again remain here at the RAC, the Rucker Athletic Center here in Piscataway, New Jersey, and the man who wanted to win more than anybody and life itself is going to the line again. Travis Jocelyn, who's likely playing his final state championship game. His season still will continue as he'll head to the Tournament of Champions. And like Ron Fitch saying, most likely Verona will take on the Don Bosco Ironmen, who knock out the St. Augustine Prep Hermits. 26 points again for Jocelyn. And a nice hand by the Verona crowd. And I think this is mainly for subs, as again, one by one, the Verona High School Hillbillies again are taking out their players. And now this Verona crowd again has certainly come to life again. Again, Woodbury had a brilliant third quarter, a 10-0 run. But again, Verona just was too much in that fourth quarter. Again, Travis Jocelyn, 26 points. What a night he had.
I will say this. If they play Bosco, he's going to have his hands full. Marcellus Ellington, who's bigger and really deceptive. He looks almost like he's out of shape. He's terrific on his feet. He's got old school moves. He's strong. He can score in the post. So it's a whole different world when they play Don Bosco if they're going to have to play Bosco. But Jocelyn had a great game today, that being said.
Yeah, today's game, really the matchup, the keys to both of these teams was, again, as mentioned, about who wants to win more, but it was also about who wants that first state title, because both teams, again, as mentioned, came into this ball game looking for their first state title. I thought that Woodbury might have their hands full, and I can understand, again, why. It's, again, Verona out-rebounded Woodbury here in tonight's game. Here's Estrada. Back out again to Triplett. Triplett's shot will fall short, and really all Verona has to do now is hang on to the ball as they will win their first ever Group 1 state championship in school history. Their season not over yet. Look for them, again, as mentioned, to be in the Tournament champions, likely to face Ronald Harper and the Don Bosco Prep Ironmen, the new non-public A state champions.
Yeah, that was an interesting game yesterday against St. Augustine. How St. Augustine had a great comeback, but it just fell short against Bosco, who got revenge on St. Augustine for last year.
Yeah, I mean, what's impressive of what I was told was Justin Mutz, their star captain, did almost nothing, I'm told, in that game, and really was the guard play, they said, of the Hermits, because, you know, with Justin Mutz, if he can't get going, this team doesn't go forward, because Mutz really, he is the engine that gets that team moving, just like Jazir Noel, as Noel delivers with 25 points. Strong, resilient effort again, as mentioned, even after a poor shooting night by Noel, as again, Verona with under a minute remaining. And this is basically the icing on the cake for Zecchino with 9. And now Verona fans can certainly rejoice here. Another rebound and 2 shots coming up. It's going to be called on Jack Farrell. There's no need, again, as mentioned, to argue. Okay. So the 4th personal foul on Aaron, or I should say it's not on Estrada. Estrada will go to the line. Excuse me, I was confused by the public address announcer, but Aaron Estrada is going to the line here. 2 shots coming up for him. And that foul was on Jack Farrell. Estrada, not a bad night on his end. Estrada with 12 as Estrada's career here at Woodbury will continue. Unfortunately, the 4-year career of Captain Jazir Noel, is going to come to an end. And what a storied career this guy had.
I'll tell you what I like about Noel. He's got that length for a guard. He's got the long arms. He's got a nice little shot. He plays good defense. He's a prototypical guard that's perfect for Division I.
Well, when he goes to announce Division I, we'll certainly keep you informed on that. We don't know where or when he will commit, but we do know that he is somebody that we are looking forward to seeing over the next few years as Jocelyn goes back to the line, and he's got it, and he's got 27. What a night again for Travis Jocelyn, 27 points. He's about to get likely 28 points here if that continues. He's got it, 28 for Jocelyn. 28 Jocelyn, 67-52. Verona is on top with the final 45 seconds remaining. Noel inside, easy 2. Noel also with 27 here tonight. And that should do it here. Noel fouls immediately. Jocelyn walks to the line. We could have our first player again here in the rack with 30 points or more here tonight, Rod. It's very impressive what we've seen again, as mentioned, out of Jocelyn. Hats off again to a lot of us staff, by the way, here at It's All About Sports, are natives of Woodbury. And I know it's got to be disappointing for a lot of them, but you got to give the Woodbury Thundering Herd credit. They got here. That's really what matters. Knocked off a tough Burlington City. Knocked off a team that usually is here. In fact, was looking to go 7 in 8 years, I believe, with or not 7 of 8, but I know they had a streak going. And actually, it technically was 2 out of 3 times. They would be their 3rd year. That would be Paulsboro is who Woodbury knocked off behind what was, in my opinion, a raucous crowd. The miss again goes short. No need to foul. And the Verona Hillbillies are this year's 2017 NJSIAA Group 1 champions. As again, no doubt in my mind, Travis Jocelyn is going to be our It's All About Sports Broadcast Network player of the game as the Woodbury Thundering Herd fall short and the Verona High School Hillbillies are champions. It took Eric McElroy 14 years to get to the top of the mountain, and he finally can call himself a champion. As for the Woodbury Thundering Herd, Jazir Noel led the way with 27 points, was among 3 players in double figures. Again, Travis Jocelyn, our player of the game with 30 points, was among 2 players in double figures. This was all Verona, Ron, on both sides of the basketball. Congratulations go out to Eric McElroy and Verona High School. Likely will face Don Bosco Prep in the first round of the Tournament of Champions sometime this week. Down to the media center we shall go, as again, our president of NJSIAA will present this year's Group 1 championship to the Verona Hillbillies as they will move on and play in the TOC playoffs sometime this week. 69-54, a final over Woodbury to wrap up the Group 1 NJSIAA Championship. And we'll also take a break. We'll be back on the air at about 4:45 later on tonight for the Group 2 Championship, Camden versus Westside, here at the Rucker Athletic Center. I'm Jacob Schwartz along with Ron Finch of Coast to Coast Sports.
Was there some nerves, or were we anxious? Was the team that got you here, I don't think, was the team that played in the first half?
Yeah, I mean, we knew sometimes we may start off a little bit. You got to get our legs under us. It was an awesome place to be. You know, congratulations to the Hillbillies, and also congratulations to these guys. Regardless of not being able to get it going in the first quarter, even for the first half, these guys didn't stop playing. They played hard. Some things didn't go our way. We didn't close out those quarters, but once they got their legs under them, you saw that was kind of the team that got us here. But can't give them a little bit of a cushion.
Jazir, Aaron, for what it's worth, I got a chance to see both of you play really throughout the summer and basically transition to Woodbury. I mean, raucous crowd is on hand when you beat a team like Paulsboro, who's been here before, would have been their second time in 3 years. How do you explain yourselves to be in a crowd kind of like this, playing for a chance to win the most coveted prize in the state of New Jersey?
I mean, as a player, it's unbelievable. As a player, it's unbelievable. It's just something that every player would ever want to play in. And his atmosphere was outstanding, and it was once in a life experience, and I enjoyed it.
How about you, Aaron?
Same thing as Jazir said, like, as a player, this is where you want to be at the end of the year. And the atmosphere was crazy.
Jazir, what do you think was wrong early, and how frustrating was it to get this far and not really kind of get off to the kind of start that you needed to get off to? And so you're climbing uphill the whole day.
Yeah, I guess as a team, we just came out flat, and it's just like we couldn't hit anything. We didn't get the usual start that we wanted. We gave them too much of a cushion, and we just couldn't get back from it.
Jazir, you had a huge game today, even though your team lost. Can you talk about the effort a little bit to be able to play Rutgers in the state championship and what that felt like?
It felt amazing. It was sensational. I had fun playing out there. Just disappointed that I couldn't come out on top. And I tried to lay out everything I had on that floor. And the time I spent at Woodbury Junior Senior High School playing basketball was excellent.
This is for everybody. Guys, in the second half, stayed in striking distance, never quite made the run you guys needed. Was there anything specific they were doing defensively to keep you guys from getting into a rhythm?
Just out-rebounding to start off with. Like, they started rebounding the whole game, and like once we started rebounding, we got into it, but to me it was just getting on the glass.
Justin, hard to get perspective right away, but you kind of try to sum the season up what these guys are able to do.
Like we said before, what these guys were able to do was they were able to learn to trust each other and to play for something bigger than themselves. We came in, we always did the same thing, and we didn't want to deviate from anything. We wanted to dance with the girl that got us here, so we stick with our zone. We tried to get a little bit of press. We tried to speed them up, and they trusted that. They knew that it would be a process. They knew they would never be out of it, but that trust process started, in November. And to sum up the season, it just kept building and building and building to where their goals started to be met, and they started to see something become manifest. And when you have a group of kids like that are willing to sacrifice, that are willing to put in the time, you're here. And it was everybody told me you should enjoy it, and I told them they should enjoy it, and we enjoyed it together. And that was the best thing, a part of this whole process, and the process of the season. It was we learned to win, we learned to become winners, and we learned to have fun doing it. Yes.
Guys, being from Woodbury, and I do know specifically Aaron and Jazir, I watched you guys grow up. Was able to go to school with Justin, and I know how much you guys mean to the city of Woodbury. Tell me, how much that love and support from the city has meant to you guys through this run here.
The love and support we had from the city was just outstanding, and I enjoyed every moment of it. I loved the feeling of coming home, coming back from a win, and the city is all like, good job, let's keep pushing, and they're just behind us 100%. And even as today we lost, they're still behind us 100%, and that's just Woodbury love, and it's spread throughout our city.
A couple of times you guys cut the things, and I think it was as close as 4.
Yes.
And then they kind of answered.
Yeah.
The
first time you cut it, I think it was 40, 36, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Yes.
37.
Yes.
17 point. You were down 17 at the time.
Mm-hmm.
Spend a lot of energy at that point to
Yes.
the point where that maybe you couldn't recover at that point.
I don't think it was that. I think the biggest thing, like we said, it was the rebounding and it was getting back in transition. So you have to gamble a little bit. That's what got us the lead. And then if you don't get back and maybe you thought we could get a steal, them getting those transition buckets and even going into the half. I think the biggest thing was if we had momentum going to half and closing that quarter out. If we could have closed the second quarter out and they didn't go on that, I think they went on a 5-point swing right when we were in our rush. That's huge. That gives them a lot more incentive and it keeps the ball rolling. But that's what happens when you press and when you turn it up. All year we weren't really a pressing team. We pressed at the right moments and we wanted to stay in that. Today we had to do it a little bit longer. So maybe that may have been expendable. We have a lot of bodies that we could use. And I just think it was just them getting offensive glass. And then when we tried the gang rebound and we couldn't get it, and then they got easy baskets in transition, I don't know if it was more of a fatigue problem than us just throwing it at them and they being able to just get through it.
Coach, it's funny because I really have started to get to know you. And
Mm-hmm.
really the biggest win I got a chance to see was the Paulsboro game. Considering that Paulsboro is a team that has been here before and would have been 3 or might have been 2 of the last 3 years, what do you say about knocking off a team like that and just being in the position, even though you didn't get the result you wanted today? What can you say for the overall, satisfaction of just kind of finishing the season right here in a major college arena like Rutgers?
So what can we say about beating Paulsboro and getting to this point?
Well, that and beating like Burlington City
Yeah.
as well, because you've had some big wins this
Right.
season.
I can only the biggest thing I could say is 2 things. One, I had a conversation with a former student of mine and a former player of mine, and I just always wanted to refine how I was becoming a coach and how I coach these kids, and that was just special in and of itself starting from November. And 2, I could just say all glory to God, is because this is a faith journey, this is a faith walk, and to trust these kids whole 100%, to trust the process, to trust something that's bigger than yourself. And then being allowed to do it on stage where you beat Paulsboro, you go to a sectional, you get to enjoy it with the kids that you come in every day and have fun with and go to war with. I could just say I can only attribute to what God had in store for us this entire time was unbelievable, and I wish we could have got it out there. I guess I didn't pray hard enough because one team has to win. But they got it and they finished it, so it was good. It was a storybook. Paulsboro moving forward was good.
All right, guys. Thank you.
Thank you, guys. Oh, thank you very much. Yeah, thank you. Thank you.
No. You stay. I'll just enjoy interviewing and asking Travis Johnson what I've never seen before. Good job.
Make sure you speak loudly into the microphone. Speak loudly into the microphone. This is live, guys. Oh my God. Cheers.
So Jack, soccer season, you guys want to share the title. How does it feel to have your own Group 1 title?
Yeah, it feels amazing. I mean, it was definitely a goal to get both soccer and basketball, and I wouldn't be up here if it weren't for the people next to me, these guys in the room, and I owe it to my team, I owe it to the town, and I'm just really excited to be here.
Eric, it's taken you, if I'm wrong, 14 years, I believe, to get to talk about what does this mean to the city of Verona, what does this mean to the, unless, of course, there was another state title I was unaware of. This is the first.
This is the first Group 1
okay.
championship, I believe, and they won a Group 2 championship already. 57.
But what does this mean overall to you?
I mean, it's tremendous. it keeps the kids in town. You know, I don't want to go that route, but you know, it builds the whole program up from kindergarten all the way up to these guys. You know, and I remember Jack saying in a previous interview, you know, I love this town. You know, I love basketball. It's just a huge program builder, and you know, it sustains the basketball program in Verona.
Travis's questions for you. You had an amazing night tonight shooting, controlling the game. Can you talk about what it was like to have a performance like that in front of a big crowd at Rutgers in the state championship?
I mean, playing at Rutgers is definitely a really great experience. I wanted to make the most of it. I wanted to come out here with a win, so I just went out and gave it my all. I was really aggressive on the boards and in the paint, and I just gave it my best effort.
Travis, I would say your team probably out-rebounded Woodbury by at least 15 or 20. Can you credit your team as a unit for just playing a great night on the glass on both ends?
I mean, our team plays great a lot of the time, and we preach boxing out and keeping our man out of the paint, getting rebounds. Once we get the rebound, being strong with it, keeping it high, and just protecting it all the time. So, I mean, as a team, we're really good with getting rebounds.
You had 30 points and played probably against one of the best, I guess you could say, wing-type players in all of South Jersey. Can you talk about the matchup you had with a guy like Jazir Noel?
I mean, he's a very good player, but I just wanted to come out and play hard and try to be the best I could possibly be. I wanted to get this win for my team, and I just wanted to be a Group 1 champ, and we got it together.
Did you guys, at the beginning, coming into this game, did you ever get caught up looking at the stats of Jazir Noel and Aaron Estrada, seeing that they're probably one of the top scoring duos in the state?
I'll take it. I think that was our main focus of the game. I think we knew that they had two good players. We played against teams that had only two good players, a couple of the role players. So we focused on them in practice, find out what they like to do, try to stop it as best as we could, and I think that's what we did.
You guys scored the final two baskets of the first half to make your lead 9 points. How big was that, scoring those two baskets in the final 30 seconds?
Scoring the last two baskets in the first quarter, or what was it, the first half? First half. It was definitely a great momentum boost to go into the locker room. Kind of brought up our whole team morale and kind of showed us like we can finish this game out. We just have to keep playing how we're playing. So it was a nice way to go into the locker room and get ready for the second half.
And I mean, that momentum carried right over to the second half. You guys opened it up with a run. What did you guys do to kind of stay hot and keep that going?
Well, we just emphasized just boxing out, getting all the rebounds we can, pushing the ball, not trying to play to their tempo, and just like box out, get layups, don't force shots, and just give it our all.
Jack, when they cut it to 4 at that point, it was 44-40. What was going through your head? Because then you guys came up with a nice run.
Yeah, I was kind of worried. I didn't really worry that much, but I saw that they kind of got some momentum there. But I just tried to stay as calm as I could, make sure that my guys were calm and composed, because that's the way to win the game. So I just kind of try to keep people up, saying the game's not over. They're just having a run. We have runs. They have runs. We just got to keep pushing, and we'll finish it out.
Jack, I like to think of you, and my broadcast partner earlier was telling me that like you were like in the class with like the Jake Needlemans and the like those types of little point guards from the New Jersey, the Needlemans and the Jimmy Panzidis. Where do you see yourself playing next? Are you playing soccer or basketball?
Basketball. I'm playing at Middlebury College in the NESCAC conference.
What does that mean, I guess, to you to kind of go? It's not, again, the season's not over yet. You still have TOC to try to win, but what does it mean to kind of, I guess, sort of, it seems like you're kind of moving in the right direction. What does that kind of mean to win this state championship in your final year?
It's awesome. I think that's the best way to close it out. I mean, for soccer and basketball, I couldn't have asked for a better way to end soccer with the Group 1 championship. Same with basketball, Group 1 championship. So I think it's a great way to close my high school career and keep going.
2 state championships this year yourself. That's right. I guess that's, as they say, it's almost as perfect again, right?
Yeah. Thank you.
Jack, this question's for you. How does it feel following your uncle, who's won whole state as well, no?
Yeah, it feels great. I mean, he definitely supported me throughout this whole way. Each game, he gave me a text before the game. He came here tonight, showed his face, and it just means a lot to have a family that loves basketball and played at Verona. To have them be able to come to all my games and support me, it's awesome. I mean, I can't ask for a better family. I can't ask for a better support system. Thank you.
Coach, can you talk about your team tonight on the offensive and defensive side of the ball and how we were able to control Woodbury, which is a very good scoring team?
Well, we prepped. You know, we got a lot of film of Woodbury, so we were aware of Noel and Estrada. But you know, our focus as a team was to try to limit them and get nothing from everybody else. And you know, these guys have been doing it all year. As far as the defense goes, you know, the help defense I thought was great tonight, and you know, we struggled a little bit on the boards in the first half, but we kind of buckled up a little bit in the second half. Started getting butts on people and you know, limited any second opportunities. But our focus was try to contain those two and make sure everybody else gets nothing.
Coach, you guys seemed happy or at least pleased enough to give them jump shots. You guys could swarm the boards early. Is that basically one of the things you guys...
Well, we thought that Noel and Estrada, we were aware of their prowess from deep, so we came out on them, and we just figured if we lay off everybody else, shots from them would have been good for us. So yeah, it was part of our plan. You know, me and the staff, you know, poured over film to make sure that, you know, that was a good option, and these guys executed brilliantly.
Coach, I don't mean to, I guess I don't want you to think I'm like asking to write a book, but you got 13 seniors that are graduating this coming year. Do each of them possess a special talent in any way? Like, did each one?
You know, it's a program, and it's been a program. You know, we've been building this program for as long as I've been here, and I wouldn't have, you know, we have cuts every year. We get 25, 30 freshmen out every year, and we get over 60 kids coming out for the team between two levels. So I wouldn't have these 13 guys here if they weren't needed in one way or another. You know, everybody has a contributing factor, and it's not just about these guys right here. You know, they push them in practice. You know, everybody has a role, and you know, it's going to be hard for me to lose 13 guys, but they're all definitely valuable.
Coach, if we're talking about Jack Farrell, and absolutely congratulations on both. There's also some football players who were a part of the state championship team 2 years ago. How important is it to have these multiple sport guys who had success in their other sport?
You know, I'm a preacher. You know, we sit them all down and we try to push them all into other sports. I'm a preacher in the fact that, you know, you play other sports, it teaches you to win. It builds other muscles. You know, there's so much more you can get out of playing other sports. You know, and I try to support them as much as I can by going to soccer games and football games and lacrosse and baseball and whatever. But I think there's just too many valuable lessons to be learned from other sports and other coaches as well, you know, instead of hearing just my tired old voice.
Zach, you had a pretty nice night scoring-wise, but you had, I think it was 7 points in the second quarter to kind of help give your team some momentum heading into halftime. Can you talk about that a little bit, your second quarter?
Well, I saw our team struggling in the second quarter, so I wanted to pick it up and help them out so we could push the lead even further because they were cutting it down to like 9 points, 5 points. So I tried to emphasize myself to get the rebounds, push, shoot, jump shot if it's open, attack the basket, and just help our team. In the last jump shot I had no clue how much time was left, so I just put it up and went in, and we just went up by 9 going to halftime.
Joe, Woodbury goes on, I believe, about a 10-0 run, and you were, I think, the big part of what kind of stopped that 10-0 run. Do you think that was like the turning point kind of that like, sort of got the lead sort of up from like, because at one time, remember, the deficit was down to 4. Do you feel like your points kind of like sort of upped it a little and kind of turned it around?
I mean, that's definitely a factor. While they were turning up the pressure, I knew that we just had to slow it down a little, play our game. They were trying to make us run with their tempo, and we know that if we slow it down and work together in our press, we can break any press. So I knew that I had to be poised as a guard as well as Jack. So between the both of us, we definitely helped us like calm down a little and switch the momentum back to our side.
Yeah, Jack, what did you say to your guys after that 10-0 run?
I don't think I can say like one sentence or two sentences. I think it's just like just being a captain, looking at each other, slapping them on the back, saying, let's go, like, keep it up. You know, you can't just let down, be someone who has a good run. You know, it's so loud in that gym, you can't really speak to, like, people, you can't really hear it. So you just got to look at them, like, yeah, let's go, keep it up. Like, don't lose focus. You know, this is our game. We're going to keep going. And like Joey said, you know, me and Joey are a great backcourt. I mean, he's my right-hand guy, so when we see each other in the press, we're confident that we could break any press. If we have a flasher, if they come at us, we just cut to the middle. We hold the ball. We play at our pace. We're going to win.
I guess this question could be for every senior up here, but is there any better way to go out than winning a state championship in your senior year?
No.
I don't think so. No. I mean, we had goals across. We have a locker room, and in the middle of our locker room, we have a big whiteboard, and we put, like, when we do recruiting, like all the guys we're playing. We do scout teams, and in the top left corner, we put goals from the very first practice, and I think we had a total of like 5 or 6 goals. The Christmas tournament, conference champs, county champs, section champs, Group 1 champs, and TOC bound. And I think we got Xmas champs, we got section champs, we got conference champs, and now we're Group 1 champs. So I think it's just the fact that we had goals in front of us every single day when we came to practice to look for and strive for. It motivated us to work harder.
Coach, a lot of the attention goes to these guys, but you have a pretty underrated bench over here sitting on the side of the wall. Rob came off the bench, gave you a couple great rebounds, a couple great baskets, Andrew as well. Talk about their contributions. I know they don't get a lot of the headlines, but their contributions especially.
Yeah, they were good. Robert and Andrew, Gregory, you know, they were great today. You know, Robert had some big rebounds. You know, he had a nice layup finish. You know, Andrew gets in and he's just disruptive. You know, he's hard to handle. He's a big kid. But the bench all year has been great. You know, it's a marathon, and we've tried to preach to these guys, you know, let's be fresh for this game right here. So, you know, we tried to spruce those kids in when we could, and they performed.
Coach, your first group section title in 60 years, almost to the day, 60 years. Now you go to the TOC for the first time in program history. What are your expectations, and what are your goals for the TOC?
Well, I would say it's probably St. Pat's, right? I mean, I don't really know. I mean, they reseeded, so I would think they would get the 1, or Linden would get the 1. But you know, we're playing with house money right now. I think these guys will tell you that too. You know, but these guys are a great team, and we'll do our homework, and we'll get back in the gym tomorrow. You know, we'll get some film, and we'll start looking at St. Pat's, or we'll look at Linden, and we'll start breaking them down. And you know, and we're here for a reason, and we're one of the last 6 teams remaining for a reason. We'll get to work. We'll do what we can.
Hey, Matt, how did Essex County fortify you guys? And they had a tough loss to Columbia and counties, and I know you've had a lot of tough games, but how does Essex County basketball prepare you guys?
It prepares us great because, well, we have hard teams like Bloomfield, East Side, West Side, all those teams, and it builds us and our momentum to go into hard games like we just played, and build the chemistry that we have with the starting 5, people coming off the bench, and it's just all-around effort for everybody.
What did he say? Yeah, definitely. Thank you very much. Yeah, you got a good talent. Yeah, right. We're going for the crossroads. Forget this. See if we get the camera. See if we get the camera rolling. So you guys got out. Yeah. So I mean, coaches stretched all year. We're up. You know, we got to control the pace of the game. We got to stay close. We got to run our sets. And we knew that if we didn't have that transition, points on transition, they were out. So as long as we stay since I was getting
I didn't think we were going to rush it over here. All right, let's get the camera rolling, please, whenever you're ready.
You're talking to this one. They're spectacular players, so
Testing 1, 2. All right, Jacob Schwartz here, back at the Rucker Athletic Center Media Room here at the beautiful Rutgers University in Piscataway, New Jersey. And now we are joined by our most valuable player for It's All About Sports, Mr. Travis Jocelyn. Travis Jocelyn, 30 points. Verona has finally broken the slump, and they are Group 1 champions for the first time, I believe, in over 60 years. Congratulations, Travis. You got to be feeling pretty good right about now.
Yeah, this is a really great feeling. I mean, it's my senior year, and I wanted to go out on top, and that's we worked hard all year, and we were able to get the win today, and it was great.
I've met people with about 3, maybe 4, or even 5 seniors, but the fact that you have 13 seniors on your team, what does it mean to all these seniors?
I mean, it means a lot. I mean, we've worked hard every year since every day since the beginning. I mean, 13 seniors, it really helps us a lot because with the experience, we're allowed to. It's able to help us come into games like this and pull out the win. And we all have such great chemistry together, and we just like playing with each other, and it really helps us a lot.
It's amazing what your team can do. You dominated on the boards today, really on both sides of the ball. Woodbury goes on that 10-0 run. What did you say to your team? And it seemed like Jack Farrell was really the one who was, as captain of the team, which, by the way, I want to go on record and say he reminds me of a captain in every way, shape, and form. What did he say to you, and what did you say to your teammates?
We just kept telling each other to pick it up, like finish it out. Be strong, be patient, just work the ball around, get the ball moving, move around. And our patience was really a key factor.
Absolutely was. And the big assignment was the tandem of Jazier Noel and Aaron Estrada. Your thoughts on them? I mean, you've played good competition. You've won sectional finals in North Jersey group play, and now you've taken out a team that could be the top South Jersey team in your group play. What were your thoughts on those two?
I mean, we played great players all year long. So we were aware of them, but we weren't really scared. I mean, we knew that we could handle the challenge. And we have great defenders on this team. We're a great defensive team. We played great team defense together as a unit, and we knew if we played great team defense today that we'd get the win.
Well, you could very well be continuing that surge when you go on to face possibly Ron Harper of Don Bosco Prep. The latest I'm hearing is you could possibly be going into the TOC Finals. And for those of you who are wondering, the TOC Finals is the only championship played in the state of New Jersey. If you play Don Bosco Prep, the new Group A, non-public Group A champions, what do you feel like you need to do to keep this thing going? Because it seems like it's the ball's in your backcourt.
I mean, every team in this still is a great team, and it doesn't really matter who we get matched up with. We're all going to go out and play with a lot of intensity. We're all going to play hard. We're not going to be scared of anybody. We're not going to back down. I mean, we're a scrappy team. Like, we're here for a reason.
Travis Jocelyn, always good to see you. I know you got a lot of celebrating to do before you get ready for TOC Finals. We appreciate you stopping by. Travis Jocelyn, again, our most valuable player on It's All About Sports Broadcast Network with a game-high 30 points. As the final score, Verona 69, Woodbury 54 to win the school's first ever public state championship, or should say group state championship in over 60 years. Travis, good to see you. Congratulations again, my friend. Again, Travis Jocelyn joining us here in the Rutgers Athletic Center Media Press Room for another edition of It's All About Sports Broadcast Network, getting you set to go for our evening session of the group finals. Camden is up next in Group 2 play, and they will take on Westside in a rematch of the Group 2 finals. Good to see you, man.
Oh, look, we've got fees.
Ew, really?
Oh, it's our Verizon bill.
Look at them. Line access fee, administrative fees. There are even taxes on top of them.
Decent people shouldn't have to live like this.
Did I get it?
T-Mobile ends surprise fees and taxes. That's right. With T-Mobile One, taxes and fees are now included. 4 lines, $40 each. All unlimited, all in. Learn more at a T-Mobile store.
It's Ram Truck Month at Spirit Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Spirit has over 400 vehicles to choose from and 70 trucks on the ground ready to roll today. Drive home a new 2017 Ram 1500 Quad Cab for as low as $149 per month. Spirit Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram will get you driving today. Rates start at 0% with terms up to 84 months. For over 25 years, the Delaware Valley's smartest shoppers have been saving thousands on their new vehicle with the Spirit Saver price. Spirit Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram is right off I-95 at the base of the Commodore Barry Bridge. You're only minutes away. Online 24/7 at SpiritChryslerDodgeJeep.com. Spirit, we're selling excitement. Spirit.
Hi,
my name is Megan Hunter. I'm the owner and director at Groove Dance Fitness Training. We specialize in dance cardio and different genres of music. We also specialize in nutrition, meal plans, and meal prep service. So if you're ready to get fit, come rock with us.